Welcome everyone to our 2023, our final major British Open recap show. Matt's giving us the three goggles because he had, I guess, tied for third. So we'll give you third, Matt. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm excited. I had a busy weekend, home from camp, had a full day today, but excited. So happy for Brian Harman, a lefty, fellow lefty. Let's go. And man, he just lapped the field this week. I was impressed that nobody caught him.
Yeah, I would kind of call you a fake lefty because you're only lefty for golf and everything else you're righty, but that's okay. We'll let it slide. Yeah, Brian Harman doing it for all the Americans here. Love that Americans are getting the win on foreign soil there. I heard he was getting a lot of boos and people were wanting him to miss Matt, but you're right. He really lapped the field. He won by 6 strokes. It was never really close, which is just kind of crazy and interesting.
Yeah,
but good for Brian.
Yeah, it was almost Tiger-esque in that. Is like you just lap the field, but
yeah, I don't think Brian Harman has ever been compared to Tiger, Matt. So people definitely take that Matt Berkey comparison.
Brian, if you're watching this video, let it be known that I have compared you with Tiger Woods. So give us a shout out. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, Brian's not watching this show, Matt. I really would have loved, happy for Brian, but if he would have withdrawn, we would have had a beautiful 4-way playoff with Tom Kim, Sepp Straka, Jason Day, and Jon Rahm. And 2 of those guys, Matt, I would never want to be playing football with Sepp Straka and Jon Rahm because we would both get destroyed.
Especially if Sepp Straka found out that you sold him at the beginning of this tournament and called him Big Bone and think he couldn't do it.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. That was not a good choice, but that's okay. Good for Sepp.
All right. Well, Paul, we are going to record another Four Fathers Cup video to reveal our Four Fathers Cup standings for the entire year and our Four Fathers Cup winner this year. So we'll get to that later. And we'll get that in our next video. But now we're going to welcome our winner of the British Open Challenge, Olivia Ryder. Are we ready, Paul, to bring in Olivia?
Let's bring her in. I'm super interested to see how she's going to greet us here. Oh, she's on mute. We're going to have to unmute her here.
Oh, she's coming in. Hey!
Hello.
Good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your first ever victory.
Yes, it's probably my first ever victory in golf, actual betting golf, actual golf, and mini golf. So it's a big one.
The trifecta.
Yeah, it's a huge one. Yeah. So Olivia, can you just first tell us, how do you feel and how does it feel to beat your husband, Zach, who's a huge golf fan?
I feel excited to win. Once I realized I was in the lead, and then watching Brian Harman continue to keep the lead throughout the weekend, it was pretty exciting. Normally, Saturdays during the day, if somebody's in the lead, I always kind of go, oh, well, there's still a lot of golf to play. Anything can happen. But it's exciting, especially to beat Zach, who normally has a lot more scientific reasons behind some of his picks than me, but it's exciting. So bragging rights in this house at the moment.
And that's big. Bragging rights, they mean a lot. And Brian certainly carried you those first 2 days, but Jon Rahm came up big on Saturday with that 8 under, and I think that really propelled you to the top. So that was great.
Yeah, I did check this morning. Is anybody sneaking up on me?
No, not really. It was just you, and good for you. I know our household, my wife was Kiki was super excited to have you win. Can you just talk a little bit about how did you choose your specific guys?
So when I picked the option E, the 4 different picks, so I can kind of pick one from each bucket. In the buckets, I would pick if I knew somebody, I'd pick that name, or if a name sounded familiar or interesting, I'd pick that. So I think I definitely knew Ricky, Jon Rahm, Brian Harman, and then my last pick, Seamus Powers, wasn't too familiar with them, but saw Seamus and figured I like the Irish name, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, well, I think Seamus helped your team out with moral support this week. He didn't contribute on the scorecard, but I think he was a good team player.
That's what I need. Always a good team player.
Awesome. Matt, you got anything else for our champion here?
I was just gonna say, tell us your connection with how you got connected to Four Fathers, and how you know us.
Well, I went to high school and played field hockey with Kirsten. So we met Paul through Kirsten at their wedding, and I think a few years ago we went camping. And Paul and my husband Zach were talking about golf, and I think Paul had mentioned that you guys run Four Fathers. And then when I saw the just the amount of effort you guys put into this, and even the name Four Fathers, I thought that was like so cool and so neat. I actually kind of, when I tell people at work when big major championships come up, I'm always like, oh, my friends have this league that they call Four Fathers, and they explain like how it's all written out, and they think it's cool too. So I always tell people I'm a part of the league.
Well, that's fun. When I normally tell people about this, they're like, oh, cool.
And now you can tell people that you don't even just play, you actually win too. So you can
I'll tell people that.
Yeah.
No, I work with a bunch of golf fanatics too. So that normally the lunchtime talk, especially after big rounds, is around the weekend and who finished at what position, or even like before a big match, we'll talk about it. So anything I can pick up to relate to the lunchtime conversations, it's always good.
Well, listen, now you can add to those lunch conversations. You can tell them, because He's are
leading.
Champion.
Yeah, I'll lead the conversations here.
There you go. Okay, well, you have a wonderful night, Olivia, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Hopefully I win again next year.
It'll be fun. Hey, get the tissues out for Zach, okay, if he's still crying, if he's upset, all right?
I will. Have a great night. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay,
all right, see ya.
Bye, Olivia. Okay, that was a great interview, Matt.
That was fun. Oh, that's great. Paul, people are talking at their work about
I love it. And people
great.
are giving, I feel the same way, Matt, too, when I tell people, they're like, oh, I either get, oh, that's not that. Usually it's that's nice, great, you know. But maybe we're just too, we're too into it, Matt. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. So, well, Paul, for our preview video, we did buy or sell. Let's recap a little bit quickly how we did on those.
Yeah. So I'll actually analyze yours and you analyze mine. How about that? So yeah, you like that? That was a little curveball, a nice 12-6 curveball there, Matt. You had Rory, which, tier 1 pick. Rory did okay. I'll give that kind of a plus, a slight positive there. Rory. Oh, you sold Rory. Oh, never mind. You forget that. You lost that one. Terrible choice there. You bought Cam Smith. That was not. I mean, he was +1. I think. No, not great. And then you sold JT, which JT, I don't know what's going on. If JT watches this video, Matt, which he won't, but if he would, it's I don't know, something's going on, Matt. It's not looking good.
It's amazing how he can be the best in the world, and then a year later he's looking like me out there. So JT, get better soon, man. We need you and Ricky and Spieth going head to head all in tournament. That would be a blast.
And I mean, it's starting to make me think, Matt, is he going to be even on the Ryder Cup team? I mean, I would think so based on his record, but the way he's playing, I don't know. And Brian Harman's probably, I would guess he's going to be playing there now. Brooks, I don't know.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Give it to me, Matt. Give it to me.
JT is not only going to make the Ryder Cup team, but he's going to ball out. Something about match play, Ryder.
That's not the biggest prediction you've given me, but that's okay.
We'll take it. It's a bold prediction. That he's playing terrible, shooting in the 80s. He's gonna be on, and he's gonna play great for the Ryder Cup.
Is he getting 4 out of 5 points?
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna go big. Okay. So
yeah.
So Paul, you bought Ricky, which was good. He had a low score, one of the lower scores on day 3, so he did pretty well.
Yep.
you sold Sepp Straka, which
Mhm.
he did great overall in the tournament, and he went
Yeah.
low, certainly low one day, two days he really contributed. And then you bought DJ, who was at the bottom of the barrel. He played really poor, so you picked him as a value pick, or you bought him. I don't think you picked him on your team, did you?
No, I mentioned that on the video. I said, plus 50. I just think he's good value. I'm not gonna pick him. I went with Jordan Smith, who was one of my two guys on the weekend.
Yeah. But buying DJ, even with the value pick at tier 4, did not work out. So that's always fun. We get to hold each other accountable a little bit for our buys and our sells. So that's fine. At least we hit on one of the three. Those. So
33% chance, right, Matt? I mean, yeah.
If we're playing baseball, great. We're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
of course,
sure.
Playing golf.
Yeah.
So,
and we're both armchair analysts at that. So let's
tell us about Tri-State. Anything new with Tri-State?
No, I mean, we're always super thankful that they sponsor so we could give prizes to like Olivia and our other top 3 contestants, which I know we said, Matt, coming in, you're third. You're really not third. You're really fourth because you lost the tiebreaker, but that's okay. And our other 2 people who we're giving prizes to is Royal Brutus, his first time playing. We were hoping to really knock him down to keep him humble there, Matt, but unfortunately that didn't happen to the Brutus. And then of course, good old, gotta love a Summer Dad. Summer Dad was also third. So those are going to be our prizes, and that is all thanks to Tri-State and all of our wonderful agents and brokers who played from Tri-State. Thank you again for playing.
Yeah, Summer Dad was in season, and Royal Brutus for his first time, shooting up there to the top of the leaderboard. Maybe next time he plays, he'll have his welcome to the big leagues moment and have a little bit more difficulty. But
we're hoping for that.
Maybe it was just beginner's luck, Paul, that he got up there. You never know.
Yeah, and Matt, real quick, can you just kind of, I don't know, this is another curveball here. We did not have the 3-putt award. Did you want to talk at all about that?
I have the 3-putt award. It was a tie for tied 59th with Team Coactive and Cody's winning team. Cody's winning team, the lowest of the low, losing all of our tiebreakers. So Cody's winning team was indeed a winning team this week. You just won the 3-putt award. So Cody, congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Join us next time because you can't do any worse. So
yeah, and if this would have been basketball, Matt, he definitely would have won that too. But unfortunately it was golf. But glad Cody can come away with the prize there.
Yeah.
But I can't talk too much because I wasn't that much better, but I wasn't last.
Yeah, Paul, you really shot up to 54th on the last day thanks to Scott.
There we go.
So
there we go.
Well, join us, everyone, for our next video on the Four Fathers Cup. We will be bringing in the winner. We will be talking about your standings, publishing how you did in each of the 4 challenges. And so that will be a fun video. We've never done that video before, so it'll be some new content for us. We'll produce that in the coming weeks. Check your email inbox for that. And then, Paul, close us out with the Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup challenge. So we did this kind of last year for a President's Cup also. We have a specific, we can kind of send out details about the scoring because it is a little different. However, we are kind of making it a limited field event. So if you do want to participate, it's not going to come out to everyone. I don't even think we're going to put it on the app. But if you would like to participate in it, it is a little different from our normal style. But please email us at fourfathersfgc@gmail.com. We can make sure to have you have a spot in it because like I said, we're not going to open it up to everyone because we have a slightly different format because there's best ball in different formats that they do. A little bit about the event. It's going to be in Italy, September 29th to October 1st. We have Zach Johnson versus Luke Donald for Europe and USA. Super excited for the event and we'll see what happens, Matt. Any more comments on that?
If you're not a golf fan, the Ryder Cup is the most intense, charged weekend of the entire year. So if you haven't yet watched it, you gotta watch it. It's a ton of fun. So join us for the event. That will give you a little extra incentive to watch us. So text us, email us, contact us. Let us know that you want to join us for that at the end of September. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for a great season, everyone. This is our last major challenge of the year. Again, looking forward to that Four Fathers Cup reveal video that will be coming soon. And take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your summer.
So long, everyone. Thanks for playing.